Yes. Be'ezrat Hashem, we're back in the limud of a continuation from yesterday in Hilchot Reish Lametet 239 Siman Halachot of Kriyat Shema Shel Hamita. So right before when we go to sleep, we did the Siman Sif Aleph yesterday, the Halacha Echad. Now we're going to go into Mishnah Berurah, more elaborate, and Be'ezrat Hashem, hopefully we'll have an elevation and properly fulfill the mitzvah of Kriyat Shema Shel Hamita. Yeah, give him the sefer if you don't mind. Behind it. Page 302. Sif Katan Aleph of Mishnah Berurah.
302 on the bottom, the big one.
Yeah. Okay, so tonight is already Tuesday night. This is the Erev Rosh Chodesh. We're going into,
Tomorrow night.
It is Tuesday night, Thursday, Wednesday night is Rosh Chodesh.
Monday.
Yeah, so tonight is the 29th of Tevet, which is going to be translated into the fourth day of the month, fourth day of the week of Parshat Bo. Okay, Wednesday. Now, Aleph, Asif Katan Aleph, he says like this, Mishnah Berurah. We said that a person should read, according to Maran, should read only the first parasha of Kriyat Shema, which is in contrast to what Ramah said to read all three. Okay? Says Mishnah Berurah, it's all agreeable, very nice. Ve'im itpalel arvit me'bod yom. However, if you done the arvit during the daytime, not like here, that's not a problem so much, because the rabbi speaks and there's a big break, and most probably already, according to many opinions, you're already reading at night, even though Tzedek Chavim much later. But according to this Hollywood imaginary time, people believe that in Hollywood we follow Rav Ovadia Yosef's Zman, 13 and a half minutes, or which is big in itself, big machloket, if it's 13 and a half or it's 18 minutes, right? The whole itself over there is a big problem. In Israel itself, there's a big argument. But some Rabbonim have the audacity to bring it here into Hollywood and say, same thing, 30 minutes. Is it 30 minutes? In Israel, there's a machloket, it's 18 minutes. Like the Rosh Yeshiva of Kisei Rachamim,
But in
Ish
Israel,
Matzliach.
15 minutes is Tzedek Chavim.
No, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. After Shkiyah.
Back then, like a few weeks ago, we spoke about, because it's Gola, we're going 25 minutes.
No, I understand that, but some Rabbanim over here, in not just Hollywood, in Brooklyn, they started also to throw out these numbers, which is very, very odd and unnecessary, because the reality is not so. Shkiyat Hama, it's not 13 minutes, and it's not 20 minutes, and it's not even 30 minutes.
But in Israel, 18 minutes throughout the whole of Israel, or when you're in Yerushalayim,
Right.
Yerushalayim is elevated.
No, all throughout all Israel. You're not going to see the difference. It's all the same, Even though that, but it's maybe a few minutes off here or there, but it's not the Shkiyah. The Ben Hashmashot is also, that's the problem. In Israel, there's a machloket if it's 18 minutes or it's 13 and a half minutes. How dare you bring it to Miami, where you know for a fact it doesn't get darker within the 35 minutes still of Shkiyah. And how dare you bring in the whole Zachut? Okay, anyway, put all that aside. Says the Chacham over here.
It also depends.
If you daven,
3 stars.
That's right. No, it don't depends. 3 stars. We always go by 3 small stars, right? 3 small, some medium stars. Okay, but whatever. That's already not such a big difference. There was already a few minutes difference. It's not a big deal.
20, but here 25 minutes, you're gonna see stars already.
Large stars only. You're not going to see small stars. You're not going to see medium stars. That's not even close.
Not good, yeah?
Okay, tzarech likrot kol parashiyot. So now, if you daven arvit, said the Mishnah Berurah, you can't just say at night, at 12 o'clock at night, or whatever, when we go to sleep, let me just say parasha echad, the first parasha. No, you must read all 3 parashiyot to be yotze. It says Mishnah Berurah, v'chaven latzet bahen yidei mitzvat aseh shel kriyat shema. So the first intention, first kavanah you must have is that you want to be yotze mitzvah of kriyat shema of the night, because remember, we have 2 mitzvah d'oraita of kriyat shema, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. So since you did arvit early, you're not yotze. So that's why when you say kriyat shema lamita, even though if you remember, gentlemen, we learned earlier, it's not kedai to be relying on that. Even though we said earlier that a person should repeat the entire kriyat shema at Tzedek Chavim, if you remember. Yes, Rebbe?
I'm sorry. Anybody know who brought this?
It looks delicious, Rabbi.
Doesn't have a hechsher.
But that's why.
Halal Yisrael either.
Maybe that's why it's delicious. Looks delicious because it doesn't have
Skim
heshla.
milk. I don't allow non-Halal Yisrael in the shul.
All right.
Oh,
Gentlemen?
it has OUD.
Okay. But I won't be surprised if this is a bichlal part of it, Rebbe.
No, it says skim milk.
It's
It says skim milk in the ingredients.
is it really?
It doesn't say
The
if
light-
it contain or not.
What?
לא, זה לא אלמונד, זה משהו
אני יודע, אבל the light, there's a whole big discussion if it's milk בכלל. Skim milk, what does that mean exactly? I don't
They
know.
make it from powder. Artificial
Right, it's
powder.
not even powder. It's
what they make the
it's
powder
a water of the powder.
What they
Water
make
of the milk, which is powder. There's a big discussion about it. Anyway, let's go. Okay, so the rabbi said over here, it's milk. Finish. We don't argue. Okay, but it looks delicious. Maybe
The picture
picture itself is delicious, right? Okay, של קריאת שמע וגם המצווה של זכירת יציאת מצרים. Oh, so now what is the most important element we learned today in Parashat in Chok Israel? One of the most important things that we do praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu for Yetziat Mitzrayim, and it actually elevates and gives more prosperity to this world, more kedusha, more bracha. Many things are in effect from that mention that we do in the morning and at night. So since you all says Mishnah Berurah over here that if you didn't say Kriyat Shema Shel Arvit in time, you said it earlier because you davened during it was light outside still. So you have to repeat all that. So you have to have two things in mind when you say Kriyat Shema of the Shalamita, the entire thing. That one, you want to be Yotze Mitzvah Doraita of Kriyat Shema Balayla, and you also want to be Yotze Mitzvah of Askarat Yetziat Mitzrayim. So down, and this says, what's his name? Rab Zohar, read number 4, please, in Ish Matzliach.
I can't see Rabbi.
No, Ulechatchila, Rabbi, you could read? Chacham. Here, it's on the right side, number 4. Can you read? Read it out loud, number 4. Ish Matzliach.
All the way on the right. Yeah.
Out loud, though, you're in the video, please, yes. Read. No, not for you. Okay, I'll do it. Ulechatchila, yesh likro kriyat shema techef. The person should be meticulous to read Kriyat Shema techef b'tzedek kochavim, as we mentioned before. That's what I told you earlier, right? That you must say it as soon as the stars come out. V'yatzed ba yedei chova min Torah. This is the way to fulfill the mitzvah from the Torah. K'mo shekatamnu la'el, as we already mentioned in chapter 2, in Siman 235, Siif Aleph v'Siif Gimel. Ayen sham. We mentioned already in those malachot. V'ayen b'shut Rav Pa'alim. Look in Ben Ish Chai, Rav Pa'alim. ואם קרא קריאת שמע בעונתה קודם שהגיע הזמן רבינו תם, טוב לכוון בקריאת שמע שעל המיטה לצאת ידי חובת מן התורה אליבא דרבינו תם. Now, what time is קריאה? We're all, you know, I'm all riled up about 17, 20 minutes, 18 minutes, whatever, right? How about if you're gonna go Rabbeinu Tam? Rabbeinu Tam, he has like a beshita, 72 minutes after Shkia. It's what? After Shkia, it's 72 minutes. That's when it's said Kochavim. All across the board. Rabbeinu Tam doesn't care. All over the world, he holds 72 minutes after Shakaat HaChama. That's when the Tzedek Kochavim starts. So now, you said Kriyat Shema 25, 30, 18 minutes, 30 minutes, I don't care when. You said it after Shkia according to your time. Good. It's not Rabbeinu Tam yet. Says Rabbeinu Ish Matzliach, when you come to say Kriyat Shema ala mitah, there you should, if you davened already Tzedek Kochavim, you davened Tzedek Kochavim Arvit, there you should repeat, now have intention to fulfill the mitzvah d'oraita that aliba Rabbeinu Tam. Right? Baruch Hashem. So Rabbi, every nuance I do I have to be having kavanot. Yeah. Mitzvah lo tzrichot kavanot. You're gonna say, okay, but you want to fulfill the mitzvah. If you want to be meticulous, have that in mind. It doesn't. First of all, it doesn't harm, and it makes you a better Jew because now you're constantly thinking of what you're doing. You're paying attention to what you're doing. This whole thing about us forgetting, did I say it? Didn't I say it? Did I say this in this monastery? Didn't I say? You know why we have these problems? Because we don't pay attention. If you pay attention, if we always pay attention, we're not going to have a problem. Wow. Okay. And this again, by the way, this is going to train our brain how to pay attention. And according to his halakha, אין זה אלא חומרה בעלמא. איש מצליח says, it's not a chova. If you could do it, לכבוד. If not, okay, no. You did it. Next, look inside the Mishnah Berurah. וטוב לומר תמיד כל קריאת שמע. It's constantly, appropriately, anytime you say, you're fulfilling the mitzvah of קריאת שמע, don't just say the first chapter, say the entire, in its entirety. שהיא רמ"ח תיבות, because it has 248 what? Words. Betzurat El Melech Ne'eman. And that's going to be, I guess, Gematria El Melech Ne'eman, to tell you that what? That God, Hashem, you trust in Hashem. And obviously, but we already discussed, if you follow the Zohar, who tells you that every time you praise Hashem for Yetziat Mitzrayim, and in that mitzvah in itself, and that's in entirety, has its own blessing, it has its own abundance that Hashem drops on you every time you say it. Yeah, you say Kriyat Shema, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. That's very nice. You're proving to Hashem that you don't believe in idols. It's a great thing. But the fact that you read it, Shema Yisrael, Ve'ahavta, Ve'aya, Ve'yomer, and you enumerate all the miracles, right? That gives us a better abundance from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and gives abundance to the entire community, more and more shefa and blessing. Number 5 is Matzliach. ומנהגנו לכפור 3 תיבות השם אלוקיכם אמת. We have a custom, says, even at night when you're saying Kriyat Shema, right, that we repeat another three times the 3 letters. Hashem אלוקיכם אמת. Okay, why do we do that? Says the Rabbi, כדי להשלים רמ"ח תיבות. Because in reality, Kriyat Shema has only 245 words. Kriyat Shema has only from Shema Yisrael until Hashem Elokeichem Emet, it's 245 words. So we repeat those 3 words again to get to that level of 248. Now, in the Shacharit, you're not allowed to repeat. You're not allowed to repeat yourself, right? So many times, because it's a hefsek over there. So and also in Arvit, you're not allowed to repeat. There's an inyan that you should be yotze with the Chazan. However, when the Chazan doesn't know to be motzi, then you should have it yourself in mind. Or you wait till he says it, or you say it in advance in him. So therefore, you said it and you continue praying like part of a prayer. But the 3 words, Hashem Elokeichem Emet, we have a inyan to stop, breathe with the Hashem Elokeichem, and everybody screams Emet, right? That Emet, by the way, you're not allowed to stop also. You're not allowed to wait for Chazan. That Hashem Elokeichem, and some people wait till Chazan gets there. That's also a mistake. Because it's one mishpat, one inyan. You can't just wait for 2 minutes until you get to Emet. No. Or you wait till you start saying Hashem Elokeichem Emet together with Chazan, all 3 words. That's very nice. And then the Chazan repeats Hashem Elokeichem Emet, and he is going to be mashpi on you. He's going to be motzi you. He's going to fulfill the mitzvah for you. But you yourself should not say it unless, as Ben Ish Chai, where you're in doubt that the Chazan had you in mind. That's why it's appropriate to very meticulously to appoint Chazanim who learn Torah and who are very meticulous in Bilhot Shliach Tzibur. Kosh Chadav Ben Ish Chai. So the way is okay. עיין שם, וכן כתב בהקפחיים בשם שאר הכוונות, עיין שם ולפי זה אין לומר אלא מלך נאמן. Oh, also, so now Hashem Elokeichem Emet said it's against correlation between the words Kel Melech Ne'eman, Hashem, king who is trusted, right, or trustworthy. So again, so all those things that you should have kavanah and not say it out loud. Lishmor remach evarav. Oh, so why says Chafetz Chaim out of this world? Why should you say the whole 3 parashiyot of Kriyat Shema? Because you're mentioning 248 words to correspond and correlate against 248 organs of yours. And one of the elements is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will make sure you'll have all your organs healthy. That's another thing. Say it already. If you already say Kriyat Shema, say the whole thing. Okay. So now, according to the layout that the Maran Shulchan Aruch puts out, say Kriyat Shema and then the bracha of Hamapil, right? So now, the Mishnah Berurah, Milashon HaShulchan Aruch, Mashma, we see from here that the Birkat Hamapil Omer Achar Kriyat Shema. It sounds like what? You're saying Kriyat Shema and then you say the bracha. Not before, like in our Sidurim, the bracha is before Kriyat Shema. So he says, Lama, כדי שיהיה הברכה סמוכה לשינה. Because what's happening is that what happens to people when they start, Kriyat Shema is something elevated, and he's rejoicing also. He's so happy, Hashem took us out of Egypt and the whole Zach. What happens? He might lose his sleep. Poshut, you might lose your sleep because you're so excited. Like right now, I was sleepy coming into the shiur. Now I'm so excited. Let's go on fire, right? Yeah, I ain't falling asleep anymore. so says Merama, maybe the reason why Maran said say Kriyat Shema and then the bracha because he wants you to be sleepy, and the bracha is related to sleep, and you must fall asleep immediately after you said the bracha. You're not allowed to do anything else. So says Rama, that's why he says it like this. But what happens after? Wait a minute. But then you start saying other psukim. Since it's part of Shmira. Another thing, no, Maran Ramam, Mishnah Berurah, he's not saying that there's a problem of that you might, get excited. He's saying differently. You might even get a hefsek over here. What is this? You said a bracha and then you say Kriyat Shema, like you're learning in the middle. Because don't forget, you already did the mitzvah Kriyat Shema earlier. So right now it comes out to be like you're learning. So if you're learning now, one second, what does that mean? You said bracha Kriyat Hamapil. You want to go to sleep. You must go to sleep immediately. So what do you mean you're learning now? So he says maybe that's another reason. No, more than that. Here he says there are some meticulous to say the bracha after all the psukim. Yoshem Beseter and all the psukim that we mentioned yesterday, and then Hamapil, and then go to sleep. Some that have this kind of custom, says Mishnah Berurah. V'yesh ma'achronim she'iskimu she'ivarech birkat Hamapil kodem. However, most of the achronim, and that's our all sidurim today, are printed the bracha of Mapil before Kriyat Shema. ואחר כך קריאת שמע, ויתר פסוקים דרחמי כמו שנתפס בסידורים, and then all other פסוקים of mercy, begging Hashem for protection. ונראה למעשה התנהג האדם כפי טבעו. Says in Mishnah Berurah, he is machriya now, and he says, I understand what the achronim say, but every person according to his nature. Sounds like over here, you hear Mishnah Berurah, it was actually doing like the earlier opinion. He would probably do the mapil after everything and go straight to sleep. He called it the medagdekim. And here he adds, each person according to his nature. So, okay. דהיינו, אם טבעו להירדם באמצע קריאת שמע, טוב יותר שיקדים ברכת המפיל ומה זה אפשר. Oh. So he said like this. What does that mean? He's explaining now. If a person is going to fall asleep in the middle of Kriyat Shema, then he should say the bracha before. Okay? Listen to the Mr. Ish Matzliach number 6. ואדם כזה שרגיל להתנמנם בקריאת שמע, if this is such a person that knows he is already dozing off in the middle of Kriyat Shema, נכון שיקראנה מעומד. Then in that case, he should read it who? Zohar, you said it, right? Standing? So you should say it standing. If that's your problem, you're falling asleep, stand up. You ain't gonna fall asleep that fast. וכן מסופר על מורנו הרב רבי כלפון משה הכהן ז"ל שנהג כן. Here, Rav Kalfon HaKohen would do that. He was afraid to fall asleep. He would stand up. Even though we see from the Gemara it's not true. You're not supposed to stand up. You take as much as you can, fall asleep, chalas. So here Mishnah Berurah is telling you, according to your tivo, if your nature is to fall asleep in the middle of Kriyat Shema, then it's better to say Mapil before. But if not, mashma, here Mishnah Berurah is saying that you say it after, like because you're afraid that it's a hefsek. You're doing things between falling asleep and akshel bracha. אלא כשרואה, אוקיי, ולא יקרא קריאת שמע כשייכנס לישן, one second, טוב, אוקיי, טוב, טוב יותר שיקדים ברכת המפיל, די אפשר, ואם אין טיבו לזה, but the person is not, he usually says קריאת שמע, he says המפיל, קריאת שמע, and then all the psukim, all the bakashot and everything, then he doesn't have that concept of falling asleep in the middle. טוב יותר לאחר ברכת המפיל עד לבסוף. It's preferably, says Mishnah Berurah, and here's my yaraya, that Mishnah Berurah used to do that. It tells you, he clearly tells you should push it up till the end, not to have the hefsek. It's not a problem. You say all your techinot, say everything, all the psukim. Now you're gonna go say hamapir, go put your head down and go to sleep. Number 3, 1 second. Here, Ish Matzliach is adding something.
Back in
number 3. ודעת הרמב"ם שמברך המפיל לפני קריאת שמע, וכן כתב בשאר הכוונות, וכן פשט המנהג, ודעת ברכת המפיל, היינו בשם המלכות, כנזכר. Okay, so this is, no, he's just telling you that Rambam does not agree with this whole concept, with the Mishnah Berurah, there is no such a thing, saying המפיל after all the techinot, you should say all the mapil first, like the way we have it in order, and we already said yesterday, Matzliach over here, that this is the way Arizal instituted for us, and we follow the Arizal, and most of the world today follows with Arizal, and without any problems. Baruch Adonai Olam, amen, amen. Bezat Hashem, have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us. Now, we want to start. Zohar, you have to look into it. 8:15, we're going to do Arvit 9 o'clock at night, maybe. 8:15 Gemara in English. 8:15 to 9 every night. Yeah. Huh? What do you say? That's all. Let me know, please. Anybody interested? Put me on the comments that you're in.